and then going to a Trinity Church for Cold Blue. So I got there around like, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock, and when you get there, it's just the food's usually pretty cold, but at least it's somewhere to relaxing. That you had less stress your head a little bit, but after a while it gets kind of boring, and no matter what, it gets kind of boring. Is he just sitting there, and and just in a large room with in a chair, and you at one point you can't speak too loud because if you bother other people if they're sleeping and blah blah, and you got these rules and stuff, and the one big rule is that if you leave, you can't come back. That's the big rule, and that I understand that because it's like if not, people would just be coming in and out and stuff, and just kind of like instead of just I understand that. But there has to be exceptions, right? So last night, I said, you know what? I need to go check out my tent. I haven't been there in 14 days. I never went back to the tent because I don't like I have transportation. So it's like so I ended up leaving around like 3 o'clock in the morning, and saying, you know what? Let me just go in because I know there's a propane heater in there, and I can warm things up and instead of me just sitting here trying to fall asleep, and I can't fall asleep with all these people. Well, there's a lot of energy in there. There's like 100 people in the fucking room. There's a lot of too much energy sometimes. Especially people that are all like stressed out over like not having a place to live. So I go there, and it takes me about usually it wouldn't take me a holiday, but it takes me like about 45 minutes to finally get there because they had the boardwalk between Asbury and Ocean Grove blocked off because of the snow, and if you go on the beaches, like there's like 4 inches of snow on top of on top of the sand that you're like trying through and you're going through. So I had to find another way around, and I finally got there for 45 minutes, and I get there and my tent is gone. It's either completely squashed under snow, which I think because everything is gone. I think they came by and just took everything. I guess because I wasn't there or whatever, whatever. But they just took everything. Everything was gone. My tent, my little trolley, my little cart that I was using to bring stuff around in. I had the thing I hooked up to my bike at one point. The tent, the propane heater, the propane tanks I had, and the little small propane tanks. The what else? Clothes that I had left in there. The tent itself. Everything else that I had there left it was all gone. They just took everything. They probably took everything and put it in a dumpster because that's the kind of people they are. So when they do shit like that, so it's all gone. So then I'm like, fuck, I just spent 45 minutes just to get here. A 10-minute walk usually would take me 45 minutes to get here. At this point, my hands and feet are frozen because my feet, I had to go into the snow, and then just, through about 2 feet in, just trying to get to the where the tent was, and it was gone. And then I had to get back, and by that time, my feet were frozen. I mean, they were frozen, man. If you've never done frostbite, I guarantee you, it is horrendous, man. Because at first, it is like this numbing thing with needles coming into your hands as it's cold. But then, as that starts wearing off, you have intense pain in your fingers and your fingers and your feet. Those are the 2 ones, man. You just intense pain. You, like, I swear to God, if I had a knife, I might have just cut them all off because it would just hurt so fucking much, man. Really, it hurt that much. So I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? I'm fucking freezing my ass off. I don't even have a heater. I was counting on the propane heater to warm myself up. So now I got no other choice than to go back to Trinity because there's nowhere else I can go to where I could warm up. Not even a fucking warmer. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing you can just stand in front of and warm yourself. I remember in Manhattan, one thing about Manhattan, they always had those things, these grates. I forget what they're called, but they're like these I don't know, these things where air was blowing either out from a building out or from like the subway systems up, and you could just stand underneath there for a little bit and just warm up a little bit, And plus in New York, I mean, you see people fucking, especially in winters like this, man. You see fucking people like take a metal trash can and put in and build a fire in it and just stand around. You can't do do that shit in New Jersey. You do that shit in New Jersey, they'll have the fire department wrapped around you in fucking seconds with like, with like, with water things going. Turns out, oh, that's not allowed in New Jersey. So it's freezing, so I run back to fucking, and again, 45 minutes now to get out of there, go around, try to get around, and then about 40 minutes to go back, a 10-minute walk. It's usually a 10, 15-minute walk. Get back to training, and my hands feel like they're gonna fall off. So I go back into anyway called Blue, and I'm like, please, I'm sorry, but you gotta let me in. He goes, no, we can't let you in. It's like, just the rules, you're ready. And the other guy, the guy who kind of like runs the thing, goes, no, you can't do it, you can't come in. It's like, look, dude, you can't do exceptions, please, man. I mean, I understand, but at the same time, I'm a 60-year-old man, and my hands, well, you can warm yourself up, but my hands feel like they're gonna fucking fall off right now, man. I'm literally, they were numb and fucking in pain, my hands and my feet. So, no, you can't come in here. That says you just warm up if you want. Okay, all right. So this is what I'm faced with now. Even the people that are nice to you, when it comes to sometimes, they end up being not nice to you. It's just crazy, man. It's just fucking crazy how like you're in this thing where you're in this thing for when you go in, you can't come out anymore. If you come out, you can only smoke when we tell you can smoke. And I mean, it's just all these fucking rules for these people that are helping me. But you have to, whatever, man. This is what you do to each other as civilization. Even when you're helping, right, you still go around and treat people like shit. Just for the fuck of it? That made me really upset about Trinity, because I was kind of like, I like the place and everything, but I don't even know if I can go back there again now because of I got loud with the guy because I said it's just wrong, bro. What you're doing is wrong. No matter what, I understand there's rules, but rules can be broken and should be broken when they're unfair. I'm a 60-year-old man right here fucking freezing my ass off because I told you why I went, but I told you why I had to go, bro. I wanted to make sure my fucking tent was still there. And I was sitting here fucking with my eyes wide open doing nothing while hearing people snoring all night, man. The fuck, man? So there happened to be a guy outside waiting for an ambulance because his hands were frozen and his feet were frozen and he was feeling really shit. So I said, you know what? My hands are frozen too. The ambulance came in. The guy goes, "Do you need to go too?" I said, "Yeah." So I took a ride to the hospital again. with my hands and my feet were frozen, painful, frostbitten, painful, and she usually if you run him under hot water. Right? Or you run him under like a heating thing. But Trinity didn't even let me do that. I couldn't even use their bathroom to wash my hands with hot water. They didn't even let me go back in there. I had to stay by the fucking front of the doorway to warm up, but you can warm up a little, but you have to leave afterwards. Really? So I went to the hospital. Morning. And what the hospital does, yeah. I said, well, my hands and feet, yeah, you just stay there and we'll see what happens and we'll call you when, and then I was there for 2 hours. Of course, then eventually, they didn't give me anything for the pain, which is pain. But eventually, the hands did and the feet did. Now, they're still pain. My feet are fucking agonizing pain right now. But they didn't do anything. And they didn't see me and they left me in a fucking chair. Not even acknowledging that I was waiting for a doctor to see me. So then, around 6 o'clock, I get up and I leave. And I walk back to the store. Now I'm at the storage unit. This is the end of the whole day from yesterday to today, I guess. I'm at the storage unit and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning and they don't come until 9:30, so 9 o'clock. So I got a couple of hours of because it opens at 6, but the office people don't come until 9, so I can just kind of lay back and just sleep a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what the hell this place is anymore. I don't even know anything it is anymore. So, that's it. That's my story. I'm just kind of sticking to it. If you don't believe any of that thing that's just happened to me, well, then, you know what? Don't believe me, man. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't lie about anything I say. And the things that I say about my family, turning their fucking backs on me, not even fucking acknowledging that I'm out here fucking almost dying, while my sister's living in a fucking $450,000 house by herself, that she can't even open a fucking door to let me in to take a goddamn shower. Those aren't my family. My brother I haven't talked to in 5 years, so it doesn't really fucking matter. He's whatever. And my other sister, same thing. They're not my family. They're not my family. If anything, my mother, who died 8 years ago, maybe she was a little more like my family. But the rest of them, they are not my family. And they got nothing. And I have nothing in common with them. And I will never have anything in common with them. And it's not about, just because your brother, you asked your brother for money, he didn't give it to you. Then you threatened to tell his son that he was adopted. It's like, no, that's not what happened. His son was 18 years old, and I felt he should know that he was adopted. But my brother and his wife, they decided to just don't tell him. Let him think that we're his parents. Sometimes it's better if you tell the truth to your kids, you want to keep them a secret, but then again, they might want, at one point, they might say, you know what? Who is my real parents, man? I wouldn't mind finding out and knowing. And you figure by the age of 18, I figured if I had a kid I adopted him, by the age of like 11, he's able to comprehend. I tell him, when I'm your parents, and if you want to ever meet your parents, your real ones, this is where they are. If you want to see them, here you go. Whatever, man. Yeah, whatever. So, I'm sorry I got into that rant, but, yeah, that's about it. Not having a good day. I'm broke. I got 13 days left. 13 or 14 days left until I get my SSD money. There's no other thing I can do than panhandle. I can't get no jobs. I can't get no work. Nobody wants to hire me. Who the fuck is going to hire me, man, really? On top of me really wanting to do work that I'm done, man. I've been working since the age of 11. Do you understand? I paid into the Social Security that I'm getting right now because I almost died from a fucking flu shot 10 years ago. So I think I am entitled to it. You die from a flu shot, see how you fucking feel. You have a good night.